Telegram, right? All right, Cody, not too bad, man. Impressive. All righty then. So bell ringer, here we go. Those of you here, I will check these in class. For those of you at home, please turn them in to this assignment date for today, for Wednesday, 11/25/20. Again, all right, so with the presentation, so you can work with a partner, that's fine, okay? As you're working on this, just listen. You can work on the presentations with the partner, that's fine. Just record your presentation, however you'd like to do that, since we're going to be remote, and then have them turned in. Some people like to convert it to a YouTube video, which they can just send the link. That's great. Okay, and then that's not really that hard to attach to a assignment post. Okay, or email it to me. That's fine. But I like you to attach it to the assignment post. All right. And I'm thinking next Friday we'll do that. So with your partner, just record your presentation. You don't have to be in it. Okay, just your voice talking about the PowerPoint, talking about the presentation. Okay. And then just submit that to the assignment for Friday, next Friday, and then we'll be good. Does that work? Since we won't be here, we'll be remote. So just attach that to next Friday's post and we'll be good. And that will be what you have to do. But check the guidelines. I put that on the stream. Of remote learning. Your Discovery teacher should have talked with you, talked over that with you, and make sure you're following those guidelines with remote learning, with grading, assignments, when they're due. Everything's going to be the same in here. Check Google Classroom. If you haven't done so already, throw out any trash in your lockers, right? By the end of the day, sometime today, make sure there's no trash in there. I don't want anything stinking it up, especially that wrestling locker.
All my stuff gets moved out of it anyway.
Lock it up. All right. Yep. So there you go. Those are your announcements I needed to say for you before you go on remote. Okay. Make sure you check Google Classroom every single day. You have about 24 hours to complete an assignment. All right. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yep. How long are we here for today? 59? Something like that? I can't remember either. Let me check.
This North Road is there or what?
What's up? I don't know.
I'll be here.
You mean like going remote like we are?
For wrestling matches.
Oh.
Pictures.
I don't know. I don't know if they're off or not.
They got a big gate after.
Do you really? You mature enough to go on this date?
Oh, that's a low blow.
All right, let's go over this. Describe the impact of the Espionage and Sedition Acts of 1917. What were these acts designed to do? Why were they controversial? There you go. What do we have? Someone please help me. Lord, please. Rooster, what do you got, buddy? Yeah. Good job. So with Wilson, what was his biggest obstacle when joining this war? What was the biggest issue that he had to face? What was one of the issues with, I guess, the immigrant groups, right, in the United States? I gave it away. So, yeah, we have the German culture, German heritage, right, and we have English heritage, English culture. So there's a lot of immigrant groups all from these areas, and that was the big question. Which side should we join? And whatever side they would join, right, you might have opposition, especially in the United States, okay, because we're a melting pot. We have a large number of immigrant groups all throughout the world, okay, but specifically England, right, United Kingdom, and then Germany. And with the Espionage Sedition Acts, what did they design to do? What were they designed to do? They were supposed to try to limit pretty much what people could express and say and do, and the culture that they would present, specifically from what culture? Germany, right? Yeah, good job, Germany. And in PA, that's a hard thing to do. A lot of heritage, a lot of culture here in PA with German culture. So with that, it was a very troubling time. It was almost like the Salem witch trials in a way. People were falsely accusing people of being German sympathizers or German spies, right? And how they tried to promote this idea, okay, these espionage and sedition acts. What did they use? You see them in newspapers, posters up on up on the walls, and magazines, local cartoons, and what did we go over Monday, Tuesday? Propaganda. Good job. Propaganda, right? Stay silent. Okay, we don't want to tell anybody about what we're creating in these factories and these businesses that's trying to support the war. And we talked about many things with dehumanizing the enemy, right? With Germany showing them as monkeys, like as apes, so we don't feel near as bad if we go to war with them. Okay, it's like not killing another person or something like that. Victory gardens, trying to promote victory on the home front, growing as much food and crops as possible. People need to go work in order to try to supply our troops overseas. And sedition acts, if you talk badly about your country, right, you could face fines, right, 10 grand, and forced into prison for 20 years, right? And it was to the point where they got rid of German language out of schools. They got rid of German textbooks. Anybody that had a German affiliation lost their occupation, lost their job, lost their way of life. They're really pushed out of American culture, okay? And like I mentioned before, it got to the point where people were lynching other people of thinking they were German spies or sympathizers when really there was no evidence behind it. Okay, it was just a almost like a scare for many people, and this would continue on afterwards with the Red Scare. Okay, with communism maybe entering the United States. We need to try to rid this. We need to try to prevent this from happening. And the one court case yesterday I mentioned, Shank versus United States. This man was handing out leaflets, letters to people. Hey, avoid the draft. They can't force you into the draft. It's unconstitutional. Okay, the government can't push you to do these acts. Okay, of joining the military, and that was a big issue, right? This man was forced into prison. Okay, because he was trying to push people to avoid the war effort, go against the government. All right, is there any questions on that? Many say it's a limit their freedom of speech, limit their privacy, their cultural aspects, whatever it might be. It's to the point where they're limiting and censoring what people got in the mail, listening in on phone conversations. Okay, it was a crazy time. All right, you guys good with that? Espionage, sedition acts. Well, why did the United States government push that? What was the reason for it? I know there was a lot of pushback against it. Many Americans thought it was unconstitutional, but why did the U.S. government do this? Why did Wilson think this was a good idea? Colin? Yeah, we need more people for the Army, but specifically these two acts. Why? Yeah, try to prevent riots, try to prevent any type of rebellions, or maybe any type of takedown of the government inside our borders. Okay, good job. All right, so again, those of you at home, please turn those in to today's date. I'm going to come around and check and give you a grade, and then I like to hear what battle you like to do here. So I'm going to come around and you can tell me what battle you would like to research. All right, there we go. There you have it. There you have it. So I'm going to end the meeting here. We're done. Have a good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time.